So I wrote some new ones up here. When is your birthday?
When is my birthday?
Yeah.
November the 15th, 1932.
And that makes you how old?
Yeah, it makes me old, that's for
How
sure.
old are you?
83.
83. And what city were you born in?
I was born in Danville, close to Danville, Illinois.
Okay. Close to it.
Yeah, it's probably more like Potomac or Alvin or something, I don't know.
Okay. So this question is from James's wife. She wants to know how you met your significant others.
Yeah.
Amber.
Amber would like to ask both grandmas how they met their significant others. Well, Grandpa Roy, I guess I just met him when I worked for someone, and he was working for someone else, and he came over to the farm, and I started going out with him then.
Yeah. And how old were you then?
Oh, 16.
16. How'd you meet L.A.?
L.A. I met him. He came into the restaurant, brought some other lady into the restaurant all the time, and he decided he wanted to see me, and so he wooed me then.
Okay.
Yeah, I met L.A. that way.
All right.
Our first date was on the cattle truck. We went to get a load of cattle. Our first date.
That's a romantic date.
Yeah.
And let's see, James would like to know what a typical day was like when you were 16.
You know, I was trying to think about that. When was I? 16. I don't know what we did. I guess I went to work for somebody. I worked babysitting most of the
Babysitting
time.
was
Yeah.
your job when you were 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Lily'd like to know what your favorite toy was when you were growing up.
I don't know. I don't know how to say that. What kind of a toy we had.
Did you have any toys?
No.
No.
What we had was homemade something or other, and
Okay.
I don't remember anything. I remember us playing checkers, something at the table, ping pong,
Ping
on the
pong?
dining room table, but
Yeah.
I don't remember any other toys.
Well, that's a good
Specific
toy.
toys.
What was the best, this is from Layla, James's other daughter, what was the best thing that you've seen or experienced in your life?
The best thing
Yeah.
saw or experienced in my life. I guess having my kids.
Having your kids, yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty memorable.
Uh-huh.
Jeff Odom, Katie's husband, wants to know what technology advancement made the biggest impact on your life?
He would want to know.
Yeah, right. That was the same question Dad had too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
duplicate.
Probably the radio.
Radio?
Yeah.
There was no radio when you started?
No, we didn't hardly have radio.
Really?
Dad had a radio, or he'd listen to the farm news, but we never got to listen to it. We didn't have any
What did you listen to on the radio? News or music? Or
news.
news?
Yeah,
I guess
listen
that
to
helps.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. He also wants to know what president stands out the most to you.
Probably. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't know.
JFK maybe?
Who?
JFK?
Probably JFK. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when he got shot?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when it was, but I don't know when it. I don't know when it was. But
You don't know where you were or anything?
no,
No?
no. I was running the restaurant, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, had the restaurant.
Do you have? Is there any big stories like that that you remember exactly where you were when you heard about it? Like when we landed on the moon or anything like that?
I don't remember any stories. No.
No. Okay. Cheryl, Gordon's wife, wants to know what you think your greatest accomplishment has been.
Raising 4 boys, that's the
Raising 4
greatest
boys.
accomplishment.
That's a pretty big accomplishment. Gordon wants to know, if you could do it all over again, would you own and operate your own restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like that?
that was good.
Yeah. Larry asks, why did you pick the Democratic Party as your party of choice?
My Larry asked that?
Yeah.
I don't know, it just always appealed to me more than the Republicans.
Yeah.
Even now listening to the
Still like the
convention,
Democrats.
Steve says, well, he doesn't want Hillary to get in, but I don't mind Hillary getting in better than Trump.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want Trump to get in.
I asked Dad about this question when I was at his house the other night. I said, do you know what Grandma's political party is? And he said, well, if I had to guess something, I would guess Republican, I guess. But and I said,
I've
well,
always
Larry
been a
seems
Democrat.
pretty confident that
Yeah,
it's
I've always been a Democrat.
So he didn't even
No.
know.
It wasn't the thing that we talked about too much, I
You guys
guess.
didn't talk much politics. Yeah, Dad never talked much politics with me.
No.
either. I don't think he cares too much. Becky wants to know what your favorite holiday is and why.
Christmas.
Christmas. Why is that?
Because the whole family gets together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole has a question about the restaurant. She wants to know what your favorite daily special was that you guys served.
I don't know. It's been daily special.
Did you have a daily special?
Yeah, we had a daily
Yeah.
special. Every day we had a
Changed
different
every day?
special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meatloaf one day, and beef stew one day, and roast beef one day, and chicken, fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what was favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Trenton wants to know what your favorite memory of your grandparents was.
I don't only remember my grandma Osborne. We went to stay at her house in the summertime, and she was such a she never let us do anything.
She was no fun.
No, she wasn't any fun at all.
She wasn't like you. We could just get away with whatever.
Yeah.
Sadie wants to know what your favorite food or place to eat is.
Food or place to eat?
Yeah, your favorite restaurant or favorite thing for people to make for you.
I like going out to eat just about any place, but I don't know what I like to eat. What I like to eat, I like to eat steak.
Steak, you're a
Yeah.
big steak eater.
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
John wants to know what your most memorable vacation was.
When we went to California.
Where in California?
You didn't know we went to
No.
California?
Oh, you guys drove to
Yeah,
California.
yeah, we drove to California.
With all the kids?
Yeah, and Grandma went out with Grandma Cruse and we left her there, and then we came back.
You left her in California?
Yeah, she had a son that lived there too, a daughter
Okay.
that lived there, so we left her there, and then we came back, and it was a good time. It
So
was
how
a
many
good-
people went in the car out there? All 4 boys?
Yeah, 4 boys and Grandma and me and Dad.
7 in
Yeah,
one
it was,
car?
yeah.
What
We
kind
didn't
of
even
car
have
was-
air conditioning in it
What
either.
kind of car was that?
Oh, well, we had, I don't know, we had a Fairlane Ford at one time, I don't remember, it was a pretty big car, I don't
I
remember.
guess. It held 7 people.
But, yeah. Yeah. You learn to make do with what you had.
Yeah. Emma wants to know what your favorite color is.
I would say green.
All right. And Alex wants to know what your favorite song is.
Song?
Mm-hmm.
Song.
Do you have a favorite singer?
I like,
Were you an Elvis fan?
not really Elvis, no. I like somebody else, some other man singers, some of the men singers were pretty good. I don't remember who they are though. My memory's really getting bad.
You don't listen to much music though?
No, I don't listen to much music at all.
I don't know if anybody in our family does.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Courtney wants to know about the recipes that you used at the restaurant. Did you use family recipes that were passed down? Or did
Yeah,
you make
most of
them
the
up?
time I use family recipes, and then I got some from the grocery company, Cisco was, that they just send a bunch of recipes and send them to us, and
Yeah.
so, yeah.
After this interview's over, she wants to know if you can share some of the recipes.
Recipe,
You remember any family recipes?
oh, I'd be, who wants to know that?
Courtney?
Oh, no, I don't know what I'd share. I don't
Sorry,
cook
Courtney.
anymore, yeah. I've forgotten all I knew.
Alright. I already asked you Dan's question. It was, what's your most memorable where were you moment? Like landing on the moon or JFK getting shot? But
Yeah,
you
I-
don't have any
yeah.
that stick out?
I don't remember. I don't
Okay.
remember him.
Megan wants to know what kind of games you played when you were little. But you already said you played ping pong at the table, or
Yeah,
checkers.
we played ping pong at the table, and we played outside games too, you know, but played ball, and that
Yeah.
kind of baseball,
Did
whatever.
you play any sports growing up?
No.
No? Okay. Barry wants to know which you miss more, running the restaurant or running the farm in Hoopston?
We didn't farm. The farm wasn't farm. Really, I just lived there, so
Oh, okay.
running the restaurant would be the best.
Who was running the farm?
Well, it wasn't a farm, really. We just had an acre there that he kept some cattle in the thing, but We didn't run the farm, we just went, didn't even farm at all.
Oh, okay.
Went into town for things.
Jonna wants to know what part of history or traditions you'd like us to pass on to our children. Like stuff that your parents taught you or something that you like, lessons that you'd like to pass on to grandkids. It's kind of a tough
They
question.
live in such a different world now than kids do. I don't know, there's such, I don't know what I would say.
Cody wants to know, I wanted to ask this too, what was the most trouble that your boys got in before they were 18?
Before they were 18.
Yeah.
Most
Like when they
trouble
were
that they
home
got
with
in.
you.
Well, Gordon got once smoking marijuana and he wasn't 18 yet,
Oh,
but
yeah?
I don't know any other than that.
Gordon, shame on you.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't think he does now.
No.
Ken did quite a lot.
Yeah, Ken still did.
Quite a lot. And yeah, he just was different from the other boys. And when he went to school down in Danville and he didn't go to school and he just wasn't with it.
This is
too
Ken?
much. Yeah.
Have you ever smoked marijuana?
No.
No? That was one of Nat's questions.
Yeah, I smoked cigarettes, but never marijuana.
How old were you when you smoked your first cigarette?
Oh, I was probably 16 or 17
Yeah. And when did you smoke your last cigarette?
when I was, just before I came in here, that's 4 years ago.
That made you stop, huh?
Yeah, that made me stop.
Do you still miss it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's times that I do, but not very much.
Yeah, that's good. Cody wants to know what the biggest snowdrift at the farm in Hoopston was. He must have a memory of some snowdrifts.
Well, when it covered up the thing on the barn there, how deep was that? From the doors to the barn? I suppose maybe it was, well, we got snowed in too, a lot of times.
Yeah.
But we got snowed in, couldn't even get out in the cars and stuff, so
Did
I
they
don't
just
know
have
which.
drifts there because it was so flat? I mean, they don't get too much more snow than they do
Yeah,
here, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of snow, but it was flat and it just kind of stayed around. Yeah.
Katie wants to know what your favorite memory of her dad was, of Ken.
Of Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the time that he spent with me when we lived together.
That was probably fun. How about some memories of the other boys? Nobody else asked this question, but how about Dad, Steve?
Your dad's always been pretty independent and he does his own thing, you know, but I see more of him now than I ever did then.
Right.
And I really do, I see a lot more of him now. And Gordon and Larry, they did their own thing. They kind of went to school and did their own thing. And, yeah, wasn't anything outstanding about either one of them.
Katie wants to know if there's a story behind why you collect clowns.
I don't know. I
You don't know how
don't
that
know.
got started?
I just got those few that I got, and that's all I've got left. I just got the rest of them, and I don't know why. When I started collecting,
How many do you think you had at your peak clown
I
collection?
probably had 30.
30 clowns? I remember the clowns a lot
Yeah,
too.
lots of clowns. Who was so scared of them? That little boy that used to come, that came with Steve when he was scared of
Drew.
the clowns. Yeah,
Oh, he was?
yeah.
Katie wants to know what your favorite job you ever had was. I'm going to guess it's the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already asked Nat's questions. Who was the first and last president you voted for?
That I voted for?
Yeah. Do you remember the first president you voted for?
I don't remember who it was.
You don't?
Uh-huh.
When was the last election you voted in? Do you still vote?
I don't. I could, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. What war has had the biggest impact on your life? This is from Nat.
Well, World War II, I guess, was the biggest. My brother was in it. You know, we were
Okay.
just kind of aware of things that were. It's kind of hard.
You got your news on the radio?
Yeah, we got news on the radio.
Did he come back?
Yeah, he came back.
You did?
Yeah.
You probably know a lot of people that didn't come back though, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, a lot of them.
That would be tough. Nat wants to know how your father and grandfather made their living.
They both farmed for somebody else. They were tenant farmers.
Crops, they
Yeah,
farm?
yeah.
Nat wants to know how many boyfriends you've had.
Oh, probably only 6.
6?
Yeah.
Alright. These are all before Granddad and
Yeah.
Grandpa in L.A.? None after?
No.
None after LA?
No, not after LA.
Nat wants to know what decade was your favorite?
What decade was my favorite?
Yeah.
Probably in the 60s.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was better.
That's when you were raising the boys?
Yeah, that was good. We had the restaurant then too.
Who's the biggest role model that you had that was in your life?
My role model?
Who did you learn the most from?
Pardon?
Who did you learn the most from?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know. I don't think about that.
Alright. What was the toughest thing about being a parent?
Well, it was just tough being a parent because things were tough.
Mm-hmm.
Things were tough, but that was about all. You know, it was pretty good, but it still was tough.
Yeah.
Parent, and it was hard because I was always so busy at the restaurant and they were home, and you know it was kind of hard then.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you remember the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Have you ever known anybody that was gay?
No,
No? Wow, that's amazing.
I don't know anybody that was gay.
I think like over 10% of people are gay, but I mean, I'm sure you did know somebody, just probably
Yeah,
didn't
but I
know.
didn't know that they were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. What is your earliest memory?
My earliest memory,
Yeah,
like memory.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You remember
gosh.
something when you were 5 or?
Yeah, I suppose. 6 before I started school. Yeah, I had memories from before I started
Like what?
school.
What do you remember?
Like remember my parents and being all of us in the house together. Yeah, there were a lot of us in the house too.
How many were in your house?
There was 11 of us kids, and Grandpa and Grandma. There were a lot of them. Yeah.
That is.
Of course, some of them weren't born yet when I was that age.
Where do you fall in line of the 11?
Middle.
You're in the middle.
Yeah.
And you had a twin sister that was also in the middle, obviously. Do you have a biggest regret in life?
Not anything I dwell on.
No, nothing that sticks out. Who's the most famous person that you've ever met?
I don't know who's the most famous person I've ever met. I don't know.
What about the richest person you've ever met?
Richest person? I don't know. It has to be some of LA's parent, or LA's relatives.
Oh, they had a lot of money?
Yeah, well, his cousin did that lived in Chicago. She was pretty rich, and yeah, he talked about him having a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to get you a drink or something? Is your throat dry?
No, I'm
Okay.
all right.
We don't have too many more questions. What was the most trouble you ever got in as a kid? Sounds like you got something hiding there.
Oh, I don't know. Mom always thought I was in trouble because she always wanted to know why I couldn't be more like Lola. So I don't know why she thought I got into trouble. But
Lola's your twin, right?
pardon?
Is Lola your twin?
Yes.
And she thought she was the better?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What did
Yeah.
she do that was better than you?
Oh, I don't. She didn't run around like I did.
Oh, okay.
She stayed home. Did what Mom told her and
And you
all
were
this
out
and that
having
and that. And
fun.
I was out having fun. Yep.
Well, you got the last laugh now, right?
Yeah, I sure have.
What's the most scared you've ever been?
Scared. I don't know. I guess when Ken got arrested that first time,
Oh, yeah.
I was really scared.
I'm sure. That would be scary. What is something that you spend the most time practicing for in your life? Like me, I spent a lot of time practicing golf or poker. What have you
You
practiced
have.
for?
I don't have anything.
You haven't practiced for anything?
No, I don't
What
know.
about you practice cooking?
Well, yeah, but that's all over
That
now.
was work, right?
Yeah. I liked it. I liked it real well, but it's all over now.
Yeah. Have you seen anything happen that you thought was paranormal, like a ghost or a UFO, something that you
No,
couldn't
nothing
explain?
paranormal.
Nothing? I don't think.
Have you?
I don't think I can remember anything.
Yeah,
either,
I
but
can
some
remember.
people say that they've seen ghosts
Yeah,
and
I
stuff,
know it, but
and they
I
really
haven't.
believe
I
it.
haven't.
I haven't either. What's the bravest thing that you've ever done?
bravest thing that I've ever done. When I drove LA to the hospital when he was having a heart attack,
Oh.
and we was going 90 miles an hour or more, and that was really scary. And then
How did that happen? Were you guys just in the same room? He had a heart attack.
we were at home.
You were at home.
Yeah.
And you found him somewhere.
No, he just said he was, he was having a heart attack. So he ought to go to the hospital, so I took him, and we really flew.
And he got to the car on his own, or did you have to help him to the car?
I don't remember. I guess I did help him to the car.
Yeah. And then you were driving to the hospital.
Yeah.
And is that when he died?
No, he didn't die.
Oh, that wasn't
no,
when he died.
no.
He died of a heart attack a little later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, we were at home when he died. He was already in the hospital and home, and he went out to feed the cattle one morning and dropped over by the barn, dropped over dead out there.
And did you find him then?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that was scary too.
Gosh.
Had to call the ambulance in. Yeah, that was real scary.
How long was he there before you found him?
Oh, probably not more than a half hour, I don't suppose.
You just went looking for him?
Yeah, I called him. I said he was going to go get the mail, and he didn't go, and and I went out and called him, and I didn't hear anything of him, and then I saw him.
Yeah. How old was he?
Oh, he was, I don't know, he was 15 years older than I am anyhow, or than I was.
He went for the younger lady, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was so much older than you.
Yeah.
15 years is.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad didn't think that was very nice when we married somebody so much older. He thought that was terrible. Well, he's gotten over it.
I guess he has. What was his hang up with that?
I don't know.
You're a grown woman. You're allowed to do what you want, right?
How could I marry someone so much older and blah, 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 and I don't know. Yeah.
Shame on that.
He gets some funny ideas about some things.
Yeah, he's pretty stubborn, isn't he? What's the kindest thing you've done for a stranger or that a stranger has done for you?
Kindest thing I've done for a stranger. Probably with all the girls that worked for me, I helped them an awful lot. It wasn't just the one person, but several of them, or the cooks, or any of them that worked for me. I was kind to all of them.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was, anyhow. Yeah.
I'm sure they thought the same thing too. Is that what you liked most about the restaurant? Was the employees or the customers?
There was a lot of closeness with the employees and the customers.
Yeah. And they stayed with you for a long time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's the fastest you've ever gone in a car? You might have just answered that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I've ever gone, ever driven.
What about riding? Have you ever gone faster than that riding in a car?
Not unless Grandpa Roy was driving. He might have gone too faster.
What would you the fastest you'd let me drive with you in the car?
You drive?
Would you let me drive if you were in the car?
Oh, probably the limit, probably 65 or 70.
Well, I was going to say we might have to set a new record for you. You might have to go 100 or something. What's the farthest distance that you've ever run in your life? Have you ever ran a mile?
No, heavens no.
I mean, not now, but when you were a kid, you never ran.
I don't know. I don't remember if I ever ran anything. I don't know. I ever didn't run any races anyhow.
Yeah. All right, we just have a couple more. What's the worst injury that you ever had in your life? Did you ever break an arm or anything?
Yeah, I broke my shoulder here.
How'd you do that?
I fell out of the swing at school. I was just in first grade or second grade or something.
Yeah.
Fell out of the swing.
I've fallen out of the swing before
terrible.
too.
Yeah.
The last thing, do you have any other stories that you want to share that I didn't ask about? Nothing you've been holding in for all these years that you want to just get off your chest?
I don't know what it would be.
All right. Well, I think that's all I got for you.
Okay.
We'll try to make a video of it.
Well, thank you.
Get it out to some other people.
I'm going to take these papers.